Morning. Not sure what I'm going to do this morning. I'm still thinking of the rocking coast, North Cornwall coast. I'm demonstrating it tomorrow for a group. So what I've got, thanks Sid, one of my subscribing friends, who suggested not using any membrane or paper or sponges in the Stay Wet palette. Just go straight onto the plastic, and when finished for the sessions, just give a quick spray with water and put the lid back on. It'll stay moist. And like most of you, I don't like wasting paint, so we'll try. I've never done this before in this palette. I have worked on a dry surface before, like the melamine drawer bases, those white plasticized hardboard, which are very good, but you can't store the paint. Once you're finished with it, that's it. I suppose you could cover it with cling film, or what you call sarin wrap or something like that. Anyway, my colours, I've got yellow, any yellow, lemon yellow, cadmium yellow, medium yellow, yellow ochre, orange, white of course, cadmium red, ultramarine, burnt sienna, Payne's grey, and a couple of greens here. So that's that. I'll give the paper a spray. It's just another demo. It doesn't really spray very fine droplets. Maybe it's because I've not got it. That's probably better. Right. So varnish brushes. Inch or inch and a half, very good. They're about £4 or £5, and they're good quality. These are made by Pro Art, Series 22 Hog varnish, and they're cheap compared with the expensive acrylics brushes and that sort of thing. So let's just put the rock in. Or some rocks in it, so a bit of green, a bit of yellow. And we can imagine that we're looking out over some rocks. I'm using black, of course. I love black. Let's use a bit of red, bit of black, bit of red. So we're looking out across a bit of a bay. We'll see how we go anyway. And we'll put in a bit of beach. Now this inch and a half brush is going to take more cleaning than the inch one. I'm sorry about the video that I put a narration on, the bike ride yesterday, the April morning. I used the laptop. That's a bit busy. The laptop microphone, and it was a bit boomy, so needless to say, it got an unlike fairly quickly. So just a bit of bluey grey. There's just got a bit of sky in there. Bit of ochre in there as well. I want this all to merge in with the crashing waves. Okay, come in there. Bit of an inlet there, bit of ochre. I'm going to use a bit of burnt umber as well. I think that's a great colour for sand, so I'll just squeeze out a bit of that. Not a lot. These are mostly the cheap, Wilkinson's acrylic paint, 200ml tubes, very good. I must go over there either this afternoon or tomorrow, get some more. If they've got any left with all the advertising I'm giving them. Right, that's... I don't want it too weighted in the middle, right? You've got to be careful of that. Symmetry we like to avoid. So Sid, I hope you're going to watch this because this is your idea. There's my palette again. we'll see how long it lasts. But I know for a fact that when the acrylic dries, it just forms a piece of plastic, soft plastic, pliable plastic, and it lifts off very easy with a knife or even the fingernails. Okay, let's just stiffen up the rocks now with some black and some yellow, because we've got a bit of green on the top of these things. So get some light in there as well. The black, bit of red. Just mix the colours. This is an abstract painting. We're painting an impression of memory, of things that we like. Bit of orange in there, I think. Lovely. And a bit of yellow. Catching a bit of light. And a bit over here. Just a lot of colour. Love, just plaster it on. Something like that. And we can get just get that side finished. Yeah, that's okay. We could adjust it later on. But I'm practicing these because I don't want to go to this art club tomorrow and do something that I'm not familiar with, because I'll just be making a run for my own back. So it's good to have a little practice at these things. I just want to get a bit more of that greeny, acidy colour on here. Oh no, it's too blue. Too green, I mean. Let's put a bit of blue in there. And a bit of red. I think it was better before knocks about, isn't it? All right, well, when that dries off, we can drag over it a bit, but we'll get into some crashing wave in a minute. The paper's sort of grinding a little bit. I primed it just one side with some burnt sienna and PVA glue. So let's just get that nice and tight. It doesn't matter if some of the ground colour shows through. Okay, so let's go in with this thick grey. Let's bash it on. Yeah, it's got a bit of dark in it. Just a little bit of dark in there. Blue and black. More blue. We don't want to make portraits of things, so I keep saying that, but it's true. Copying is one thing, but creating creating from your mind or from your imagination is another thing altogether. Use reference material. I've always got something handy to work from, but I never copy it. I just use it as a guide and just enjoy just enjoy painting from my imagination. Just that as the guide, so there we are. So that's a sort of, right, let's get a bit of ochre paint in there. I'll try and soften that in a minute. Like that, just. Right, let's get some darker shadow in there, in the waves. I think to paint SeaWorld you've got to live by the coast and study it. I just make this up. A touch of ochre in the water. Try to avoid some some pure whites. I'll put some beach back in there. Let's just. See, that's drying already. But I want to get some. Some of that water coming over the rocks. Okay, probably need just a little bit of white or light colour on the top of that. Just can't change against that dark shadow. In there, was that all right? Yeah, that's looking right. I'll put a bit more light in the sky. I don't want a dull picture. I want it sort of glowing, if I can get it glowing. So just a touch of ochre and plenty of white. Lovely. See, by buying cheap paints, apart from the white, that's an artist's quality, you can create movement, and you're not worried about the expense of it because it's so inexpensive. It encourages you to use it. So I hope that helps. So here, I'll picture movement in that. Now I've got a bit darker shadow in there, in with the waves. I'll keep it on the bluey side. Right. So when that dries, I can dry brush a little bit of the water over that to show wetness rather than cascading. But it's just a little bit too wet at the moment. So I'm happy with the sky. See, the sky took seconds really. It's this sort of stuff, the warm and. So I'm going to put it in the beach now. So plenty of white and yellow ochre, umber. So this is sand. It's supposed to be. Just sand up at the going up onto the rocks. Right, let's put in some dark now, some little bit of dark reflection in some of that. What does that look like? I want to get this, the water, the edge of that water. I can just detail some shadow in that the edge of this. So just the waves, just the wavelets just coming up the beach there. They need to just put in some of that just. Over that, not sure. Might be just a little bit busy there, but hey, right, let's get some grey lights just on here. Well, I think I might be overpainting this now. So let's just put some grey colours on the rocks now, I think. Shadow on that rock there. Right. See what a knife looks like. Try to give the impression of rocks. And a bit of greeny colour on there. Well, let's just set some rocks here. So you always get a bit of algae, bit of seaweed. Oh, a lump in the paint there. Okay, well we've got quite a bit of interesting stuff there going on. Might be just a little bit busy. Change that colour there. Right, okay, well that's as abstract as that's going to be, I think. I was just wondering whether we could put something in the sky, like a little bird. Find the brush in the mess that I painted. Excuse me. Oh dear. Oh, there we go. So we put a seagull, do it white. No, that didn't work, did it? Right, I'll just remove that. I need to rest on there to do that, I think. So I'll try it again, but oh, there, don't they? That's working better. Could it be where the darks are? Okay, that'll do. I'll sign it later. But I'll put it in a mount and we'll have a look to see what we want. I do find that with these I am slowly getting more and more free, loose, more impressionist, abstract I would say. It takes a lot of doing because when you're used to just sort of copying your landscapes, your whole instinct is to put it in, is to do portraits of things, and really you're just producing what you from a photographic copy rather than a piece of art. That's my feeling anyway. I'm not saying I'm right, but we're all different. We all paint different things. Let's just put that there. Okay, I'm on the outside. Okay, that would do. So there we are. We've got quite a colourful rocky coast of sort of the inlet. I can't do much more than that. That's as good as that's going to be, I think. So I'll just come round. I'm going to leave this on for quite a while. Let's zoom in a little bit and go round it. Mainly so that I don't have to edit in a photograph at the end of an edit when I do the speeding up. So there we are. Can you see the birds? Yeah, they're just about show. Just come out a bit. Right, let's just zoom that in a bit. Okay, well there we are. That's my impression of the North Cornish coast. All I have to do now is clean the palette for the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.